like I told the players, everyone in the country is going through this type of working environment, being in camp, and camp is tough. We're coming off a double session yesterday where I thought we had a good day of work in, so, we really had to work hard to get the most out of this practice. And, you have to do it at times. You don't want to do it too many times, and I told the players that, that type of inconsistency is not good enough for us. So, when I sit here and I'm telling you what I told the players, when I sit here and say that, we have a long way to go, we have to continue to work, we have to put a nose to the grindstone and all those types of cliches. Those are the things that we're going to have to do to win. We're going to have to do it better than everybody else to give us a chance.
Take your questions.
You're just a little over 2 weeks away from the start of the season. Just a kind of a condensed, what you're feeling right now?
My feeling is to make sure that, kind of in the moment, that's how camps are. You're really living in the moment. If you ask me what's on my mind right now, it's getting back and watching the film, to make sure what I said was correct, which I believe it is. Making sure that, when we start the team meeting, pull out the clips to show the players. This way it comes from me. That's where it needs to come from first before it comes from the coaches. And then to make sure that, we're paying attention, we understand our roles, and we have a great meeting tonight. And, then we'll have personnel meetings that go, late at night, with the coaches and the rest of the staff. And then wake up tomorrow and, get them up, get them going. And the whole goal is to make sure we come out here with great effort and have a great work day. Right now, it's, you really don't look too far ahead. You don't know what's going to happen. Just making sure that we're getting the most of today and preparing for the next.
Coach, there was a soldier walking around earlier who actually set up the physical training for today, and he had a chance to go to a couple NFL camps, but he had to give it up because of his Army service. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the dedication that you're finding out of these soldiers and what they have, willing to give up their dreams to support their country.
Well, I'll tell you, myself, I can only speak for myself of the type of interaction that I've had. It's amazing for me the type of environment that we're in on a base. Obviously never having lived on a military base before. The amount of dedication, the amount of teamwork, the amount of leadership, the structure, the way they function, and getting around, with meals and some drivers and things like that, you get a chance to, first of all, thank them, for what they're doing for our country, and show gratitude. But, what we do, you say, hey, where are you from? And, they've had jobs before and felt strongly about, what the military is and what it means and, what it means, to be a member of the military for our country. And I think that, and I'm not talking about, people that are my age, even though we're meeting people like that. I'm talking about kids that are the same age as our players. And I just think it's, when you think about it and take a step back, it's just truly amazing.
A couple more questions, Dan.
Coach, just, bringing the team here, wanting to find leadership and come to a place like Fort Drum, what have you seen from the team so far? Have you seen anyone step up or been moved by what's going on here at this camp?
No, because we're probably coming at it in probably a different way than I think what people expect. One of the things that you find out about leadership, and it's a word that a lot of people use in a lot of different professions. The first thing you have to do to become a good leader is you have to become a good follower. And we have a lot of things going on that we're doing with the military, and our kids are just listening and going. And that's what coaching is. And the coaches that go up there, they're going to say something, whether it comes from me or assistant coach, here's what we have to do, let's go do it, and boom, they go and do it. So, I wouldn't put that much into it, if you want to run a story like that. The story is for us to come up here. People may think that, gosh, those guys are doing a lot. They have maybe a lot of distractions. It's actually the opposite. If anything, we're more focused, on football because we don't have time to think, about what's going on. Our days are busy. So, for us, that's what we were looking for. The team's together quite a bit, more so than we're back at Syracuse, which I expect to help our football team. And, the work we're putting in, they understand that. there's a whole lot more work going on around us, you know, than what's going on in this football field, and we're just trying to keep up.
Dave?
Sorry if this has been asked. I was over with one of the players, but the loss of Steve Renee now, that's opened up. I mean, obviously, if he's going to be gone as long as he may be, you're going to have to find a punt returner. Where are you there in that search?
I feel really good. I mean, you know, Richie this year, you know, last year, you know, probably our best punt catcher, and I think that's the first thing you think about, you know, when you go out there, to make sure you have someone that can catch. You know, we've got you know, 3 or 4 players back there, a couple of young kids. You know, we got some veteran guys that haven't been out there. You know, tonight I'm going to talk to Rashad Anderson, who's, you know, gone back there at times and has looked outstanding. You know, Keandre Glenn, you know, going back there, and I'll talk to them tonight. I actually haven't. I've talked to Rashad. I haven't talked to Keon about that. You know, Ashton Broyles back there. You know, the 2 young kids with Wayne Morgan, Julian Wiggum, who, you know, they've all done it. So it's just a matter of, you know, if we feel that, you know, one is a secure in a catch and it can do something. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, we have Richie. So I'm not sitting here and saying, you know, it's not like we have to find someone. We just have to choose, you know, out of the players that are there.
Kind of the plan for the rest of the week leading up to Saturday's scrimmage. I noticed you've been in pads one day, kind of shorts the next. Double session again this week, or?
No, you know, we didn't want to take up, you know, that time that we had to you know, be with the military. Plus, you know, Saturday's going to be a big scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it was tough to get the double in the latter part of the week. We'll wait till we get back, you know, and get the other double in when we get back to Syracuse. You know, like I said before, so, you know, our schedule tomorrow, we'll probably be in full pads tomorrow, which is Thursday. You know, come back in helmets and shoulder pads on Friday, and then have a big scrimmage on Saturday, which we're excited about. I mean, Saturday we're gonna get after it. And, you know, we're going to play football, and we're going to go. And then, you know, we have the barbecue afterwards. We're expecting a great turnout. Afterwards, we're going to, you know, sign autographs and do a lot of things. You know, after that, we're going to go back. We're going to watch the film, correct the mistakes, refocus again on football. Wake up the next morning and practice here, which will be our last day at Fort Drum. Pack up, go back to Syracuse, and then we'll have meetings at night and watching the practice from Sunday. So. You know, it's, you know, we're not looking at, you know, days off or anything like that. We can't afford to have any right now.
Final question, Chris?
Coach, I know you said last week that the coaches might get involved in some of the military training or classes. Has there been anything planned, or have you guys done anything so far? Or?
Well, you know, a lot of things. First of all, I think there's something, and I'm not trying to hold it back. You know, I'm so focused on football right now. When it comes down to the outside, Bob Brodsky, who's in charge of development, has a feel. You know, he said, "Would you, you know, like to get involved?" I said, and they mentioned something like paintball, and I was involved in that in New Orleans, and it's, you know, my chance, you know, to get after some of the players legally, you know, with a paintball gun. So, and I'm just joking, but we may, you know, I believe there's a really good chance we'll do something like that. And participate with the players, but again, I'm not really sure.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everybody.
Great, thanks. All right.